Good morning, squad. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. What's today? Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I did a podcast at 2:00 this morning. Make sure I'm on here. Yes. All right, y'all. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the Dear Brother Podcast morning show. What's up, y'all? Hope everything is well. I got a half-hour show for you this morning. I think on Mondays and Fridays, I can do a longer show, but I got a half-hour show for you this morning. Make sure you go on YouTube and check out my 2 a.m. drop. I dropped a podcast at 2 a.m. this morning. Just my 2 a.m. thoughts. But good morning, everybody. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Facebook. So let's get into it. There's a plot against man. There's a plot against men. And I think that we get confused in that or distracted is better the word I want to use. We get distracted in that we talk about the issues of the world today, right? We talk about the issues of the world today, and we talk about the government and all these things. And I think that if we really saw where the plot began, we would have a little more clarity on why we are where we are, because the plot against man didn't start today. The plot against man didn't start when this person got elected president, or the plot of man against man didn't start when the plot to hurt men started in Genesis, right? And the question is, what was the plan against man? The plan against man is for you not to see your own authority. That was the plan against Adam, and the plan didn't change. Understand this, man. We can't keep on living this life as if we have no enemy. You as a man, you can't keep on living this life as if you have no enemy. You have one. You have one, and all of us have the same enemy that is against you. And again, what it's against, the enemy is against you seeing your authority. The enemy is not against you being under authority, right? The plot is to make sure that you don't see your authority, right? To make you feel like you always need something else, that you're not good enough. That's the plot. Satan has never changed his plan, bro. Satan has never changed his plan, right? Satan has never changed his plan. The plot against man did not just begin. The plot against man started in the book of Genesis in the beginning, right? And again, whether you don't believe any of the scriptures, whether you're a believer or not, look at the principle. The principle is, here you have a sly beast of the field trying to trick a man out of his authority. And Satan knew I can't just take Adam's authority from him, right? I got to get to him. How did I get to him? I get to his heart. How do I get to his heart? I get to his heart through a woman. How do I convince him, right? To put away everything God told him. And I want to talk to some of you guys out there this morning, because again, that's why I'm using this story of Adam so strongly, because I think if we really understood what Adam went through, we would understand what we go through. Your life is no different than Adam's, just like Satan's attack against you is no different than Adam's. Adam was wealthy in his mind. Adam was wealthy in his mind. You got to remember, there was no need for currency then. There was no need for dollar bills. There was no need for currency. In the beginning of time, there was no need for currency. So what was the greatest currency a man had then? The greatest currency a man had then was his ability to create, his ability to form, his ability to be himself. The greatest currency you'll ever have as a man is not what's in your pocket or your bank account. The greatest currency you have as a man is what you have here. That's why the enemy doesn't mind a man driving a fancy car or having a pocket full of money. What the enemy doesn't want is a man's mind to be wealthy. He doesn't want your mind to be wealthy, because if a man's mind is wealthy, he sees the issues of the world and then goes seeks to change them. I'm gonna tell you, bro. Your biggest battle is not your finances. I know it feel like it. It feel like it to me too. I'm not rich. I feel it. I feel it if I get a late notice or I got to catch up on something, but that's where we always got to get. That's where the enemy always wants us caught up in. He wants us caught up in the frivolous things of life so that you never see your authority. He wants you to think that you're weak, right? This is the two plots against that Satan has against us. Either he wants us to think we're weak, right? Or he doesn't want us to accept the authority we actually have. Men are society changers. God never used a woman. God didn't call a woman in the beginning to change society. It's not her job to change society. It's her job to beautify society, but the job of a man is to change society. And the devil's been playing the same game on men since the book of Genesis, right? Right? To try to make you forget. Let's stay there for a minute, bro. That's the trick of it, to try to make you forget who you are, what you have, and what you can do. The enemy's trick against you is to make you forget who you are, what you have, and what you can do. So that you walk in a cycle, in a circle of survival, never seeing that you have authority to change society. Check out my podcast I dropped at 2:00 this morning. Because listen, just as much as they say hurt people, well, heal people. And if we can get a generation of men healed, then the question is, what do healed men do next? Well, healed men go do what Adam was called to do. He was called to change society. He was called to give name to society. Peep it. Peep what Adam was doing. He was called to give name to society. Nothing had an identity. I want y'all to look deep. Come on with me this morning. Look deeply into this. A man's calling was to put definition to society. Right. So when we look at that book of Genesis and we look at that man Adam in their name and stuff, it wasn't that. How would he know? Oh, that was a cow. Or how would he know? That's a small revelation. The greatest revelation of Adam's ability to name things was he can define society. In other words, you decide how this thing is going to go. You. And you know what? The serpent came with no different trick. Now he comes to check, to see whether you know your authority. Right? He comes to check to see whether you know your authority. Adam was on his feet. Adam was stable, right? And after he went off his path, then we see Adam running around in the garden naked, looking for something to cover him, right? But as I talk about Adam, look at your life. Look at the times where you felt stable. Things were under your feet. Things were going well as a man. And then all of a sudden, all hell broke loose. And now you're running in circles trying to survive. That's what the enemy wants men to do. He doesn't want you to see your authority. And the way he keeps you from seeing your authority is to keep you running in circles, not seeing who you really are. Right? He wants you on that woman chase. Yes, he does. He wants you on that woman chase, right? He wants you on that paper chase. He wants you on that success chase. He wants you climbing that corporate ladder. I'm not saying anything is wrong with these things, but the thing is, if I can get your energy totally focused on what you're looking to become or what you're looking for, then I'll never get you to look within. The enemy will keep a man blind. I'm telling you, his game ain't changed since Genesis. He blinded Adam by convincing him that he wasn't enough. He blinded Adam, and there's no different game today, brothers. He blinded Adam by making him believe he wasn't enough. And then he used a woman, right? He used a woman. Now, Christian, are you making women an enemy? No. I'm not making women an enemy at all. I want you to understand something. I want you to understand that the greatest way to confuse you, that Satan showed you right there, the greatest way to throw a man off is to use what he's use what he's affectionate about. Where is his affections? That's how I'll break him. I'm telling you the plot of the enemy against you. Where is his affections? I'll break him through his affections. I'll break him through what he cares about. Let me see who's in the room. Let me see who's in the room. Good morning, Yolanda. Good morning, Eric. Good morning. Let me see it. Good morning. Yes. A man's calling is to bring definition. Absolutely. A man's calling is to define. But men aren't defining anything anymore because you're not looking to define when you're looking to survive. You're not looking to define when you're looking to survive. There's a system against Adam. Just like there's a system against you. Right? I'm going to say this. And like I said, listen, I don't care who it offends. Good morning, George, my main man. Good morning, my brother. It's a system against Adam. There's a system. I'm going to say this. And then listen, I'm not worried about who it offends because listen, if we're not offended by how we're being destroyed, don't be defended by truth. This is the truth. There was no church in the Garden of Eden. There was no Congress in the Garden of Eden. There was no White House. There was no president. There was no mosque. There was no synagogue in in the Garden of Eden. You know why? Because the greatest entity against the plan of Satan on this earth is the family. Uh-oh, Christian, you messing up now. What you telling me? You telling me church ain't no good? No. What I'm telling you is that we've traded church for the building of family. And instead we ran the church and called it church family while we're leaving our own family. Satan is the trickiest beast of the field. Satan's work will have a man saying, let me go build my life so then I can get back to my family. The problem with that is you never get back to your family. You never see. It's a system, ladies and gentlemen. It's a system. It's a system that's been in place. That you don't think the government uses the same tongue that Satan did in the garden. Come on. The same lying tongue that Satan used in the garden when he told Eve, look, just take this and you'll understand. Just take this and you'll understand. He's not using any different tricks against man today. He's using the power of suggestion. Satan cannot make you do anything. He suggests that you leave your authority. See, this is the thing. Satan can't make you do anything. He just suggests, hey, if you come over here, you'll have more. I don't need more when I got me. I don't need more when I have me. You gotta have you, brothers. You gotta have you. And when Adam lost himself, everything fell apart. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's why this system wants you caught up in thinking you're a Republican instead of just a man. Because a man don't need a political party. A man don't need to be Democrat to be powerful. A man don't need a government seat to be powerful. See, that's the invitation. Oh, come get this seat. Come get this money. No, be the man you were born to be every day. That's authority. Be the man you were born to be every day. That's authority. You want authority? Be the man you were born to be every day. This chase that we're on, it's a system. It's a system. It's a political system. It's a religious system. I'm not ever going to be a part of a church that don't care about my family. No, let's talk. Jesus restored families. Why? Because that's what existed in the Garden of Eden. The beginning of time started with a man, and it started with a man with wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and it started with him with a wife, right? And that wife, he didn't get that wife off his path. That wife came while he was on his path. I'm going to say this. I said this before in other podcasts. I'll say it again. Single men out there, if you find yourself leaving your path to find a woman, she will be the wrong woman. Don't leave your path to find a woman. Be on your straight and narrow. What's your straight and narrow? My straight and narrow is my purpose. For example, my straight and narrow is raising up men globally. My mission in life, and I will die trying, is to raise men up globally, building centers in major cities that's dedicated to the strengthening of men. That's it. Educating, strengthening men. I cannot be with a woman that don't care about that. You understand? Why? Because Satan showed us in the very beginning, I will use where your affections are to destroy your purpose. That's why you can't get with the wrong woman. You can't just get with the chick because she's cute or because of the way her body's shaped. Does she have a womb in her mind that can help you birth the purpose that's in your belly? Does she have a womb in her mind that helps you birth the purpose that's in your belly? If she ain't got that, stay single, my brother, because again, the plot is to take your authority. The plot is to weaken you. The plot is to make you forget what you were there for, what you are here for. What are you here for? That's the question you got to ask yourself every damn morning when you wake up, man. What am I here for? I'm not here to just survive. And if you forget what you're here for, open the door of your kid's bedroom and look in there. Look at them while they sleep. That's what you're here for. You're here so another generation won't get tricked by the same serpent with the same voice offering the same fruit. This is what you got to understand. Satan don't offer nothing new. There is no game. There is no new game for him. There's only one game for Satan. The one game Satan got is to tear down the authority of men. Because if you tear down a man, then there is no protection for the children. There's no protection for the woman. And this is not a black issue. It's not a Hispanic issue, an Asian issue. No, that's another distraction to make you think that these things that we go through are race issues. No, it's an authority issue. Let me see. In fact, my prayer is to foster that change. Yes. Hey, George, guess what, brother? You fostering that change right now. No, you're fostering that change right now. Yes, absolutely, James. Yes, a womb in her mind. Yes, you need a woman with a womb in her mind. That's why I wrote that. Here it is. This is what this book is about, ladies. If y'all ladies on here, or get this for your wife, your girlfriend, right? This talks about the woman with a womb in her mind. Is right here on Amazon. Go get the Soul of Sarah right now. Yes, James, is the womb in her mind. Let me see. Does she have a womb in her mind that will help you birth your person? That's it. Because listen. Again, I'm not scared to be offensive. The scripture says that woman was born for man. Man wasn't born for woman. Look at the distraction. Look at the game. I'm talking about Satan here. I'm not talking about men. See, the fight. See, that's the trick. Get us to fight each other. And Satan sits back and says, look at him go. You understand? Yeah, that's the game. Man wasn't born for woman. Woman was born for man. What are you saying, Christian? What I'm saying is a man is born with a purpose. A man can't birth anything. He can't birth anything without a woman. He can't birth anything without a woman. So what do? You get the right woman. Listen to me. You get the right woman. Instead of putting a seed in her body, you put a purpose in her ear. That purpose in her ear goes to the womb of her mind. She bakes the purpose in her mind. You hear me? She bakes the purpose in her mind, and eventually she births it back out of her mouth, and she gives you something better than what you gave her. The trick is to keep you in a box somewhere where you're birthing nothing. That's the trick. To keep you in a box where you're birthing nothing. Good morning, mama. Come here. And then go lay back down. I'll wake you up in a second. Come on. Give me a kiss. I love you. Okay, daddy will be upstairs in a second. Okay, I'll tuck you back in. All right. I'm a dad, yo. I love you, Puck. I'll be right upstairs. Yeah. Let me see. Yolanda, there's so many Delilah spirits that are taken. Yes, but this is the thing. Yolanda. I'm so glad you said that, because when we talk about Delilah, right? If we talk about Delilah and we don't talk about what drives Delilah, right? So then if we keep on looking at Delilah, what happens is men start saying, oh, women ain't no good. No. It's not women. It is the subtle beast of the field that have been hurting our relationships since the beginning of time. It's the same thing that makes women say, oh, men ain't no good. I'm sure Eve looked at her man running around in circles naked, trying to find leads. I'm sure she looked at him like, this dude's crazy. But do you see the trick? I'm going to look at her. I'm going to blame her for my fall, and she's going to blame me for looking crazy. And the whole time, again, Satan is sitting back looking, smiling, because we can't produce if we're not together. Right? We can't produce if we're not together. So what's the trick? The trick is not just the woman hate. The trick is, okay, my authority is not in me. My authority is in my political party. So I'll give more of my life to politics than I will to my own house. Peep game. I want y'all to see something right quick. Let me see if any. Let me see. Understand this. Every 4 to 8 years, people gonna put on a new hat, right? So right now is the lady Democrat, right? People got her hat on, right? And on the other side, they got the homeboys hat, right? The red one, right? Good morning, Jessica. Right? Right. So hey, Jess Clark. So then in the next 4 to 8 years, right? They'll be wearing another hat, right? Whoever the next politician is, then they'll wear his hat or her hat. Where's the hat with your own name on it? Where's the hat with your family name on it? right? You riding for Trump, you riding for Kamala, you riding. When the last time have you rode that hard for your folks, for your family as a man? What, am I knocking you, bro? No, I'm trying to show you the Satan, the subtle beast of the field, that this plan against man didn't just start. Right? What were leaves? When Adam ran around to cover himself with leaves, what was he covering himself with? He was covering himself with what? The leaves represent the same thing we do now. Oh, let me cover it with money. Let me cover my failure with money. Let me cover my failure with a corporate job. Let me cover my failure with a promotion. Let me cover my failure with my political choice. Let me cover my. You see, all of us are trying to run around trying to cover our failure with stuff. And the only thing, after it comes a point in a man's life where you got to drop all your stuff. You got to drop what you think about politics because it don't matter. You got to drop what you think about this and that because it don't matter. You have to put your own family's name on your head and focus on your garden. God never told you to focus on that. And God ain't got nothing to do with politics. Nothing. 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 The question is, what can you offer the world? I'm telling you, y'all go look at my podcast on 2 a.m. I dropped one this. I was feeling some type way. Huh? But there is something in you to give. But that's why Satan always wants to keep you confused, out of it, lost, focusing on how many dollars you got. Why? Because he'll get you unfocused on your purpose and what you were born for. Listen, there was a problem in the world that you are born to solve. Uh-oh. Yep. There's a problem in this world that you are born to solve. There's a problem in this world that you are born to solve. And the only thing Satan wants you to do is focus on everything but that problem you were born to solve. I want you to focus on how many muscles you got. I want you to focus on, man, whether you got that 6-pack. I want you to focus on this. I want you to focus. I don't want you to focus on the change you can make in your society. I imagine if 5,000 men showed up at the school district in any major city in the country and stood in front of that school district and said, you know what? Let's have a conversation about how y'all educating our kids. What then? Y'all feel me? Y'all understand? Imagine if you had 3,000 men hear about the abuse in an elder care home and 3,000 men showed up on that block and said, let's talk to the manager about how y'all are treating these old folks. That's change. While you waiting on Trump and you waiting on Kamala and y'all arguing about black and white and all this trash. See, Satan, he got you waiting on them when you're the hero. You're the hero of your community. You're the hero in your city. You worried about the mayor? No, you were born to solve a problem. They were born to sit in the seat. You were born to solve a problem. You want to sit in the seat or you want to solve a problem? As a man, do you want to sit in the seat or solve a problem? Do you care what they call you, what your name is, or what they think you are? Or do you care about solving a problem? See, I'm going back to the days of the 60s and 70s when we had leadership that wasn't scared to open their mouth. Wasn't scared to open their mouth. Did they get killed for it? Yes. But I'd rather get killed for what I'm saying than to live a peaceful life and watch the world go to hell around me while I say I have authority to fix it. Adam had to sit there and watch his world go to hell around him, right? Christian, prove it. Okay, there was no food chain in the garden. If you know what a food chain is, or this animal eat this animal eat this animal, there was no food chain in the garden because as long as Adam was at rest and stability, God provided for every animal. Right? That's why the scripture says the lamb could lay with the lion in the garden. Why? Because God provided for the lion. He didn't have to eat the lamb. God provided for the lamb, so he didn't have to eat this. God provided for that. And every single solitary thing was provided for where nobody had to destroy each other as long as man was in place. But soon as man lost his mind, the food chain began. Things started to destroy each other. That's what happens when you have men who cannot see themselves as they are. That's why the world is how it is. That's why neighborhoods are how they are, because we have men that don't see their authority. They're just trying to survive. You weren't born to survive. And stop looking at these pastors and these bishops and these clowns with these robes on, and stop looking at these clowns on social media that keep on creating this superstar image. The superstar ain't never changed nothing. Right? I'd rather be Paul. right? The crooked eye, hunchback Paul that changed society, then be the upright. See, that's the thing. It's the same thing that we have with David and Saul. That's what we're looking for now. See the subtle beast of the field, right? How tall is he? How many degrees does he have? What can he do to society? Does he look presidential? Is he head and shoulders above everybody else? There's a whole lot of people in this world, brothers, that are head and shoulders above everybody else. They got more degrees than you. They look smarter than you. They make more money than you. But do they have your heart to change society around you? I'm not waiting on no hero from outside. The hero's right here. The hero is when I leave this desk right here and I go kiss my baby on the forehead and get her ready for school. That's the hero. You understand? What is in you, brother? And let me take my commercial break right here. You guys on here, go to my website right now. And Yolanda, you get in here too. Go to my website right now and sign up for my Table of 12 Giants so we can discover your purpose and launch your passion project. Well, Christian, how much that costs? Nothing. Go to my website. What's my coaching? It's donation based. What are you donating for? You're donating so I can help other men. Yeah, I'm taking my commercial break right now to show y'all something. A capitalist, we live in a capitalist society. You hear that all the time. That's another trick of the mind. The capitalist society. So that means everybody that's got to be making money. If everybody's making money, then who's caring about society, right? Table 12 Giants. Yes, go on my website. Let me see, George. Took me 40 years to understand that hero. Yes. But see, that's the thing, George. That's the thing about the enemy. That's the thing that the game against men is to not let you see your authority. See what I'm saying? It took you 40 years to understand that the hero lies within. That game didn't just start. It didn't start 40 years ago, bro. It started in the Garden of Eden to make men not see themselves for who they are, right? I was in Guyana, right? Alcoholism and drug abuse is going because those men feel worthless, even though they're taking care of their families, even though they're working hard, right? Even though something here says it's not enough. I'm not enough. So after I worked that 16-hour day, then all I got in me left is to get high. Why? Because I don't feel like I'm worth anything other than providing this check. You understand? That's what Satan wants men to deduce down to. That's all you're worth is providing a check. No, your job is to provide a vision for the future. He's been playing that game since the Garden of Eden. Adam, what did Adam do? Adam put down his purpose for a moment. Brothers, he only wants you to forget for a moment, because if you forget who you are for a moment, he can steal 10 and 15 years from you. He wants you to just let it down for a moment. A moment changed the world. A moment of a man forgetting who he was changed the world. God, I feel tears in my eyes. I hope that you hear me. I hope you hear me. Yes, am I starting a movement? You damn right I'm starting a movement, right? The movement starts right here. Every morning when I wake up, I drop these podcasts. Why? I'm not just going to stay behind this computer. I'm not just going to stay behind this computer. No. After a while, somebody else can have this podcast. I'm going to be out there in the street risking my life to take Adam back to the garden. Y'all want to know what Christian's purpose is? It's to lead Adam back to the garden and lead these young men out in the street that's shooting each other in the dozens. They don't know they have a garden. They don't know they're a man. They don't know what they're worth. They don't know how much they have. They don't know the authority in them, right? And while we sitting back, the Muslim is hiding in the masjid, and the Christian brother is hiding in the church, and the Jewish brother hiding over there, right? We all hiding behind our faith, and nobody will take their faith out in the street. And how dare you, joker pastors, be offended at me? You a clown. You a clown to be mad at me for doing the work of Jesus Christ. Christ trying to keep people blocked behind a church door, supporting your vision, and you ain't pushing them to do the Great Commission. There ain't no way in the world your vision is greater than the commission. But you have stolen people's time. You've stolen men's time. And why you think men don't come to church no more? Because men ain't going to come just serve behind you. Men want to do something. Men were born to solve problems, and they weren't just born to solve your problems. That's why men don't come to church. Men not going to sit in church and just sit there and look at you, give all their money to you. Teach that man how to use his money to build his garden. See, the problem with church is we didn't teach people about their own garden. We just made everybody invest in the church's garden. Yeah, we give all our tithes and offerings. Imagine if you taught people Oh, I know I'm talking crazy now. Imagine if you taught men how to budget that money instead of telling them, oh, this is the tithe, it's the tithe, you got to owe me the tithe. How about you take that man, teach him education, teach him how to raise his money so he take his kids on a vacation. Then you'll have a healthier family in that church. But instead, Satan is using pastors just as much as Satan was in the field, convincing you that you're not enough, convincing you that you keep on coming to this church and then one day you might be something, or keep on coming to this church and you'll be a deacon one day or an elder. No, I was the man when I came out my mother's womb. Why? Because God knew me before I was ever born. But we don't point people back to their garden. My life's purpose is to point men back to the garden. Am I out of time? Oh, I'm out of time. I'm 4 minutes over my time. All right, y'all. I gotta go get my baby ready for school. I love y'all so much. I'm sorry I wasn't able to do the podcast. I mean the advice this morning. But listen. Go to my website, sign up. For some of you brothers that need coaching. It's donation-based coaching. Your donation is also the organization's Master Built Men, so it is tax deductible. But you can give, you can come if you need coaching. You know men who need coaching. Tell them come to ChristianWinners.com. They can sign up right now. Right, donation based. Right, I used to need counseling and I ain't had no money, and I was like, man, well, what's a person supposed to do that don't have no money and need help? Right. So my coaching ain't just for poor people. My coaching is for everybody. But some of you brothers that have a dime in your pocket, donate. Why? Because it allows me to do it more for men. I'm not a capitalist. I'm raising human capital. All right. I got to go, y'all. Holy Spirit, thank you so much for my brothers. Thank you for my sisters. Thank you for this time together. I pray a revolution would begin to rise. I pray a revolution that would begin to rise. Before it rises in the earth, I pray it will rise in their minds, lift them up, make them see themselves for who they are. Then I pray that they become sensitive to the distractions that have not let them see their authority. We know Satan has no new tricks. So I pray that wisdom would rise. In Jesus' name. Hey, guys, I love you. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Make sure you donate. Help me out. Go to my website. Help me lift men. That's the whole goal. Why are you sowing? To help me lift men. This thing is global. People are hiding from it. I'm not. I'm taking men back to the garden.